available before too long.
If that becomes commonplace, hard to imagine.
Is it? The human race has willingly embraced all of its other inventions so far. Steam engines, electricity, the internet, cyborgs. Perhaps the day will come when conversing with AIs, too, is considered perfectly normal.
Maybe. As normal as being a cyborg is now, at least.
The most significant challenge would be in crafting the appropriate training regimen. The only way to establish an effective learning system is through sheer trial and error. And it will take even more time to virtualize and optimize that system for mass production. One could say my own existence is due in no small part to simple luck. Of course, I was a failure as a weapon as well.
Failure or not, you're better off than an AI that knows nothing but how to fight.
I am pleased to hear you say that.
Let me ask you something. I mean, what do you...
If you... How and...
Let me ask you, I mean, what do you...
If you... How and...
I'm worried about the kids. They haven't got their...
Their main...
Yeah.
Yeah, for...
You...
Splendid! It is all ours. Now, use it to locate a data input terminal.
These guys are pretty jumpy now. Any funny business, and they might just open fire.
So you want me to remote pilot this thing?
Indeed. Once you physically breached server security, we can take care of the rest from here.
It's a strange feeling. It feels like it's really me scurrying around.
Well, you have hacked into all its sensors. Of course it should feel this way.
Listen, Doc, if my body's ever destroyed, promise you won't stick me in one of these things.
Well, I'm in no position to make such promises, you know. Especially not before you find the terminal.
All right, I get the idea. Should be no problem. Stealth is my specialty, after all. Doc, the tripods Mistral had, they could leach electrolytes from my fuel cells, right? Can I do the same with the cyborgs here?
But why would you want to do this, Raiden? Too much energy and you would most certainly explode.
Oh, right. I guess there's that.
It took quite an effort to hack into our little friend there, you know. I would take good care of him.
So, autonomous gears against remote gears? Which one do you think's got the advantage?
Well, you cannot make a valid comparison between the two so easily, you know. You must take the relative specs of the models into account, the skills of the operator, and so forth.
I suppose so.
All things considered, remote gears do indeed hold the advantage, in most cases at least.
And I get the feeling you're gonna tell me why.
This type of remote weapon can be traced back to Germany, you know. World War II. The Wehrmacht employed a remote-controlled mine called Goliath, with tank-like treads on either side. The operator could send it over 600 meters into enemy territory before detonating its payload.
Germans certainly did have a knack for weird new weapons back then.
If I may continue. Now, UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles, began to proliferate in the 90s. They were equipped with cameras, enabling the operator with a much greater degree of control. But it took 20 more years before autonomous craft would gain wide acceptance.
Makes sense. The AI wasn't good enough until just recently, right?
Correct. Target location and course correction were not a problem, of course. GPS solved all that. But target selection or base defense, these types of objectives require extremely complex AI routines. It was only with the advent of optical neuro-AI that such a thing became possible. Neuro-AI was developed using a completely new paradigm in computer architecture, you know. Not the von Neumann model, which served as a standard up till that point. Neuro AI was modeled after the human brain. It can learn and mature entirely on its own.
Like the Patriots AI, just on a smaller scale.
Indeed. It cannot copy or rewrite data, but the structure does solve several problems quite well. The frame and symbol grounding problems, to be exact. It gives the AI flexibility within unknown states. But such a system still lags behind the average human in speedy decision-making. Also, as they cannot converse, they cannot demand or accept surrender, or avoid such unnecessary conflict. And as you know, such tactics are often the most effective strategy for victory. So yes, the fact that they do not require a human soldier as a pilot is an advantage, purely in terms of resources. But in a hypothetical battle between two identical UGs, the remote gear tops the autonomous model, no question.
Got it. I'll keep that in mind.
Of course, even the remote gears have some AI these days to handle balance and other minor details. So, the line between remote and autonomous UGs grows less and less distinct every day.
Doc, the tripods Mistral had, they could leach electrolytes from my fuel cells, right? Can I do the same?
But why would you...
Oh.
It took...
What's up? No? Did you...
No, just... Doc, can I... Oh.
It took...
Let me ask you something. What do you... I mean... What do you...
If you... How and...
Huh. You sure been, checking in with Courtney a lot, Raiden?
So? I'm just trying to help her figure out the job.
You sure that's all it is? I know your wife's not around, but let's keep it professional, okay?
That's all it is, Kev. Wait. You don't have a thing for her, do you? You are the one who got her into Maverick in the first place.
Nah, she's not really my type.
Why not? She's nice enough.
Well, I guess it's the small things. Her area is a mess. She's always spilling stuff or stealing food off my desk.
Kev, those really are small things.
Well, more importantly, I guess I just assumed she was taken.
Really? I don't know. Somehow I doubt it. A serious boyfriend would not be happy with their girl going into this business. Why don't you ask her?
Oh, come on, man. I could get sued for harassment.
I guess you gotta be pretty careful under US law.
You don't mess around with it, man.
Well, it does make a convenient excuse for you anyway.
Listen, why don't you worry less about me and more about your family and the mission, okay?
I already told you, Kev. And he cut the codec on me. Nice.
Man, I couldn't have imagined any...
Why?
I don't
take... But this...
Yeah, for... We come... Man.
Why?
I don't take...
But this...
Yeah, for... We come...
What's up? No? Did you...
No, just...
What's up? No? Did you...
No, just...
Man.
Why?
I don't take...
But this...
Yeah, for... We come...
Raiden, I said if... but...
Yeah.
Just that...
What's up? No? Did you...
No, just... Let me ask you. I mean... what do you...
If you... How and...
Try latching onto cyborgs' heads from behind. Then, an electric shock should knock them unconscious.
Contact!